So I know this is super weird to see on this channel, but bear with me here. Since the absolute failure of Cyberpunk, I've had no other games I really like to play on the channel right now. So I always play Street Fighter V because it's fun, and lately I've been playing ranked matches just for fun, and they have just been absolutely hilarious. To be clear really quick, I'm not good at Street Fighter, or really any fighting game. I've played one competitively, and that was Injustice 2 a very long time ago. I was in the top 1000 for a little with Gorilla Grodd, and then I just moved on to other games because I was playing Injustice on the channel for a little bit, and then I got bored and then moved on, so the same might happen to this, but we'll see. Don't worry about it. Since then, I've played 2 fighting games. Street Fighter V and MK11. But to be honest, I didn't really play MK11 seriously. I only did combo videos for views, and that was kind of really it. Now, I know you didn't ask for my life story, but pipe down, we're getting there, alright? As for Street Fighter V, I always watched it and have always wanted to play it, but either I never had time or I was just like, who gives a shit? So I finally picked it up and started playing it seriously back in 2018, that is. I climbed out of rookie rank into bronze, and now I've climbed out of bronze into ultra bronze. Yeah, I know, huge difference, right? Now, the whole reason I went on this long explanation is to explain that just because I'm good at one fighting game, that doesn't mean the knowledge transfers over to another. I'm gonna be totally honest, I thought I was going to just load up Street Fighter V, learn a few combos, and just destroy everyone, and that was very wrong. Let's start with knowledge that does transfer pretty decently. You got the neutral/footsie game. This is a core mechanic in just about any fighting game, but it varies between fighting games just because of different movesets and abilities, and also the style of game, of course. To explain where Street Fighter is on this list, it's a neutral heavy game where the first half of the round is 2 players feeling each other out at an equal state. From this point, you and your opponent are constantly fishing for a moment to put a person at a disadvantage on the table. When one player ends up on the ground, they are at a disadvantage heavily, and they have to pretty much guess what their opponent is going to do whenever you get up. If you guess wrong, you get slapped and have to guess again. If you guess right, or play well enough on the defense, you can reset back to neutral and do the process over again. Next is anti-airs. This is probably the bane of every low-level player's existence. You see, what happens when you jump in and get a combo, you get big damage. Now, low-level players see this as the best option because big numbers equal good. Wrong, idiot. This is what happens to players when you jump too much. These 2 things I am halfway decent at in Street Fighter. It's a little different from Injustice anti-airs, but fundamentally it is the same. Guy jumps, hit him in the nuts for jumping. Now, information that doesn't transfer well would be combos. In Street Fighter V, it's a little weird for me. The linking between buttons are a lot more precise than Injustice 2 and basically any other game that I've tried to play. It's way more precise and tight. Like, you have to have really airtight buttons. I play Sagat, and I have a hard time linking light punch into light kick into fireball just because it's such a fast motion. This can be easily remedied by me just sitting in the lab for 12 hours a day, mashing the button over and over and over again until I can do it 10 times in a row and consistently do it after that. Now, why haven't I done that? Because I suck dick at the game and I'm a bronze bonobo. What kind of question is that? I'm good at Injustice, not Street Fighter. Another thing that doesn't transfer well is character knowledge and matchup knowledge. This contains frame data, character specials, combos, range, and a lot more information that a bronze player like me wouldn't know shit about. Now back to some funny shit. So as you can see, this guy is in bronze, and it shows. I am better than this player. Why am I better? Because he's mashing buttons and I'm playing patiently and waiting for him to mash buttons. A lot of the times in bronze, less is more. When you're panicking trying to get damage out, it's because you have no idea what the hell you are doing. And I'm not that much better. Sometimes whenever I get pressured, I end up mashing and panicking because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. But it happens. Which brings me to things I know how to do well with Sagat, which is anti-airs, hit confirms into small combos, and some easy zoning game. Things I don't know how to deal with, intense rushdown pressure, weird gimmicky shit that only works in bronze. Why the fuck do I keep falling for this? Also, I'm not really utilizing quick rise to prevent extra pressure. I end up delaying the wake up every single time because I keep forgetting quick rise is a thing, so I get a lot of opponents that just pressure the fuck out of me and walk up and grab me or do a jumping combo and I'm not ready for it. I try and mash fucking tech on wake up when I should just wake up and not fucking do that. If I can expand on these things, I will be able to get into silver within a week or so, but that's a lot of work and I don't really care because bronze is fun. Everyone wants to be a high rank in Street Fighter, but my question is, why? That's like wishing to be an adult as a 10-year-old and wishing to pay taxes. The fun gets lost in the high ranks in my opinion. And I'm just saying that as for me, right? To each their own. If you want to be a high rank, go to a tournament, do whatever, that's fine. For me, I don't give a shit. If I never leave bronze, I would be fine with that because I know at least 5 times a day I'm gonna get a guy that always does this. This long ass video, I understand, was very long, but it was basically me saying, welcome to Street Fighter Fridays, baby!